Two Senegalese opposition MPs were handed 6-month jail terms on Monday for physically attacking a female colleague in the parliament. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, 2 Senegalese opposition members of parliament were handed 6-month jail terms on Monday for physically attacking a female colleague in the parliament. In a case that sparked anguished debate about democracy in Senegal, pro-government legislator Amy Ndiaye was slapped and then kicked in the belly during a chaotic session in the National Assembly. MPs Mamadou Nyang and Nassata Sam were each given 6 months prison terms for a trial that began on December 19th. They were also each fined 100,000 CFA francs and ordered to pay 5 million francs in damages. The bust-up happened on December 1st during a routine vote on the Justice Ministry's budget. At number 2, with increasing reports of gun deaths and mass shootings, Alabama, a state in the United States of America, joined a long list of states in allowing permitless carry for handguns. On 1st January 2023, Alabama announced that residents can carry concealed handguns without a state permit. More than half of the U.S. 50 states now allow permitless carry. The law enforcement has received criticism as groups state that this would lead to increased gun crime and more gun deaths. At number 3, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of Osita Anthony Abuloma as Chairman, National Quality Council. The media aide to the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Ifedayo Sayo, in a statement on Monday said the appointment, which took effect from August 3, 2022, is renewable for a second 5-year tenure. Abuloma was the past immediate Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. At number 4, the National Senior Citizen Center says it has developed intervention model in partnership with sister agencies to stop the abuse of older persons in Nigeria. Omokaro, Director General of the agency, made the disclosure on Monday in Abuja. She said NSCC was against any abuse of these categories of people in the society, adding that the agency was partnering with sister agencies like National Human Rights Commission, Legal Aid Council of Nigeria, National Orientation Agency, NAPTIP, and others to put a stop to such acts. At number 5, the Insurance Consumers Association of Nigeria has called on the National Insurance Commission to reverse its directive on increasing third-party motor insurance premiums in Nigeria. This is contained in a letter signed by its national coordinator Yemi Sholadoye. The association demanded the reversal of the directive, saying it amounted to deliberate breach of the fundamental principle of utmost good faith and other decent regulatory principles guiding insurance practice. The association also stated that the directive's predictable outcome would be a substantial increase in the number of fake insurance underwriters in Nigeria. At number 6, the House of Representatives Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila has sponsored a bill seeking to change the lawmakers' appellation to representatives. The legislation is titled A Bill for an Act to Amend the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act 2017. Gbajabiamila is now seeking to legalize the change in the address and designation of a member of the National Assembly through the amendment bill. At number 7, the Independent National Electoral Commission on Monday knocked those involved in the buying of the permanent voter cards and harvesting of voter identification numbers. The National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, INEC, Festus Okoye, said their actions would only oppress voters and prevent them from exercising their rights on election day. Okoye also said that the data of every registered voter was domiciled in the bimodal voters accreditation system and not in the PVCs. At number 8, the Nigerian Medical Association has condemned the gruesome murder of one of its members, Dr. Uyi Iluobe, who was said to have been killed by the relatives of his patients at a hospital in Ogara, Delta State. The NMA also called on the Delta State government and the Inspector General of Police to bring the perpetrators of the murder to book. The NMA, in a statement signed by its president, Dr. Uche Ojinma, urged the National Assembly to criminalize violence against healthcare workers in the country. Dr. Iluobe was murdered on December 31st, 2022. At number 9, the Lagos State government on Monday warned that human rights abuses will not be tolerated in the state, adding that the present administration will bring the full weight of the law on any perpetrator. According to a statement posted on the government's Facebook page on Monday morning, the Director, Citizens Rights Directorate, Ministry of Justice, Ms. Adetutu Oshinusi, made this known at an event organized by the Directorate, which held at Ketu Market, Lagos. Oshinusi said that the state governments would safeguard the rights of the citizens and prosecute human rights offenders to the full extent of the law. Finally, at number 10, the International Monetary Fund Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva has warned that a third of the global economy will face recession this year. She made this known in an interview with an American broadcast television and radio network. Georgieva said economic activities in the United States and the European Union and China are all slowing simultaneously. She further explained that the rapid spread of COVID-19 in China, especially now that the government has dropped its strict containment policy, means the country faces a fresh economic blow in the short term. She also said that the US is likely to escape the worst of the downturn. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.